If you have an Instapot brand Instant Vortex Plus air fryer, you may encounter an issue when trying to close the basket. When you close the basket, it doesn't indicate ready because the sensor inside of here does not detect that the basket has been moved into the closed position. This device relies on a very small piece of material that pushes up against a pin right here, and because they're made of a similar material, over time that pin gets ground down and the sensor can no longer detect that the basket is closed. If you wish to mitigate this problem, there is a solution. You can simply remove this top cover by using a flat tool and carefully prying under here. This whole plastic cover will come up, revealing the internals. I have a replacement unit because this one died and had to be defected out, but I did already modify this unit, and I'm going to show you a brand new unit that I'm going to modify in the same way. I've already opened up this unit, but once you remove this cover, you can see it simply has tabs that go into these corners, and so you can simply just pry them out. They take a little bit of force, but with a wide flat tool, they come out quite easily. And then you simply undo the screws in each of these locations on the top, and then you're able to remove this cover. It comes up from the back and then slightly forward. And you can see there's only two other screws you need to know about, and that's in this very front section right here. They're screwed in from the bottom right here and here. You do need to remove these two screws, but only those two, and the ones that you saw in this top area here. Once you get this out, there's also a little connector. It goes to here. You simply press, pinch, and then you can rock it back and forth and disconnect it. This is the switch that indicates that the basket is closed. In order to remove this, there are two screws here and here that need to be removed. I've already partially loosened these to make this go a little bit quicker, but basically you just unscrew this, unscrew this, and this last one's fighting me. There we go. Now we can simply push this to the side. This is the little pin that pushes down. It pushes through a hole right here and connects with the bottom of the basket. So this little pin gets pushed up and down as the basket goes in and out. But the tip of this gets ground down very easily. In order to solve that problem, I purchased a Mr. Pen 0.5 millimeter all metal mechanical pencil. I simply remove the cap off of here, and this might be a little bit difficult to show with one hand, but simply put the tip into there and firmly press it down so that it's secure. Now it's pushed all the way in and the cap is secured to that pin. Now the last thing that you need to do to modify this is, in order for that to go in, you do need to drill out that hole. Simply took a drill, passed it through to the same size as the size of my mechanical pencil. This one's already been modified, so we'll just leave it there. Simply find a drill bit that matches the size of the pencil diameter that you're using. Put that back in, put this back on, reassemble the unit, and now your basket sensor will indicate closed. Good luck. All right, I just finished reassembling the switch mechanism, and as you can see now, when the door opens, it goes off, and when you push the door in, it goes in, and it pushes up on this little switch that tells the circuitry that the door is in the closed position. So this is all ready to go back together. All right, I'm just getting ready to install the final 2 screws that go inside the basket here. Try to put this on here. This might be a little challenging, but basically these screws are the ones that go right up here on either side of the sensor that the sensor cover that we just installed, AKA the back of a Mr. Pen pencil. All right, I'm gonna put you on pause for a moment. All right, I just finished reinstalling the screw here and here, and you can see the tip of the mechanical pencil poking out right here. These 2 are just spring-loaded metal posts that help hold the door in the closed position when it's in the basket, when the basket's inserted. So now you can just put that in. Still have to put this cover on, as I mentioned before. Simply just goes right on there. I'll put you on pause for a second. I'll try to demonstrate this one-handed. I'm just simply pressing from the front here. And I might have to get both hands, but this just clicks down in. I'm gonna need 2 hands, so I'll be right back. All right, the cover's reinstalled, a moment of truth. We'll simply plug it in here. If it will plug in, there we go. We will plug in, and it says that it is ready. Pull the basket out, pull the basket, push it in, it says ready. So now we've got a metal cover on there that will allow it to last, hopefully much longer than the manufacturer's original design.